Now more people than ever can bring in
Surviving Sister Wives contains adult content that may not be suitable for Latter-day Saints or sinners. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to Surviving Sister Wives.
I'm Corey.
And I'm Carly, and this is our first ever episode covering Big Love.
Big Love, we're kicking it off. Season 1, Episode 1. It's just called Pilot, because this is back in the day when TV shows used to make pilots to figure out if there was going to be an audience interested enough to continue the series.
This is from 2006.
It's so old, you guys. It's 20 years old at this point.
It predates Sister Wives.
Yes.
So we've never seen Big Love. Like, we watched 1-2 episodes maybe.
We tried to jump in.
But it was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And we hadn't really watched I had been watching Sister Wives. You hadn't watched it at all.
No.
And I definitely wasn't watching it to the point that, like, I knew as much about Sister Wives as I do now.
Well, clearly, yeah.
So this was kind of lost on us, and we just never continued watching more.
Missed the mark. Didn't really hit. This was interesting to watch it this time through, where it's like, okay, like I would continue watching now.
Well, yeah, because things are funny to us now. I think were probably lost on us before.
There's a connection point here, but I'm wondering as well, because like as part of the pitch for Sister Wives, the TLC documentary series, they were referencing Big Love. It's like Big Love, but in real life. It's a real life application of that. So how much of the Brown family, sort of hierarchy and just those elements,
So
how much of that was...
Are you accusing them
how much of that was emulating
tweaking their family structure, like to make themselves appear as though they are like the family of Big Love?
I'm suggesting
Conspiracy
that
theory.
as a possibility of them, okay, for the basis of they wanted to land a show. Yeah. So they're like, hey, there's already an audience. I get why you're
saying that. It's because there's so many weird coincidences that are so on the nose that it feels almost like this is a mockumentary of Sister Wives.
Yes, a Lifetime movie of Sister Wives. And then also it's strange where it was like, I think that there have been confirmed cases of like Cody and Mary watching Big Love.
Yeah, they talked about that.
They've talked about that, where they watched the show. They enjoyed watching the show together. And then how many layers deep do you want to go? Because then like the Merrifields, Garrick and Danielle, watched Sister Wives, and like that's their emulation of polygamy, even though they've never been able to maintain and keep additional wife at that point. But like this is where it's like the copy of the how far back.
Well, I wonder too, like I think that would probably happen in this culture, just given the fact that there's not like a book that instructs you on how to be a polygamist.
Well, the Mormons denounced it in 1890, so there's not really,
But long-winded to say, we're completely unspoiled.
Unspoiled, yes.
So we're going to start watching this. We're going to go through season 1.
Yes.
And then we'll see if you guys are enjoying it. Hopefully you're watching along with us. It's streaming on HBO Max, right?
HBO Max, yep.
So you should all have it.
You can check it out. Unless you switched over to Discovery Plus. I don't know if it's on Discovery Plus. It's probably not over there because it's an HBO show.
It's so annoying how you have to have like every streaming service.
It's stupid.
I was trying to watch something the other day and it was like Paramount Plus. Like,
Paramount Plus. Yeah. Anytime it's on Paramount Plus, I'm like,
I know, but I know
far.
I know I would get my money's worth just from having all the Teen Mom episodes.
And Jackass for me. So, there's that nostalgia hit.
I will never watch that.
Oh, we might have to do a Corey Strikes Back of Jackass then.
No,
perhaps.
It's so...
No?
It's so gross.
It's gross. It's gross.
So gross.
There's less gross things. Like on the TV show, it was less gross.
Okay.
Kind of.
Okay, so maybe you could keep it on your list.
No guarantees. I would try to find a less gross one for you. But what's gross? Are the injuries gross? Or like
I don't like any of that.
None of it. Yeah. So all of it's going to gross you out.
I don't want to see anybody's ball sacks. I don't want to see them getting
most
hurt.
Of that, they get blurred.
I don't want to see people using staple guns for uses that are not,
Well, that was just the joke that I made with Olivia speed dating for Welcome to Plathville. I mean, There were only a few times that Steve-O has actually staple gunned his nuts to his leg. So very few times that's happened.
Okay.
Only a few interviews, late night shows where he's done that.
So we're going to do season 1. And then I don't know when Sister Wives is coming back, but
Nobody
feel
does.
like we're getting
Especially
close
not
to
McKelty,
it.
so don't listen to her.
Yeah, she was saying the fall.
She doesn't know. She doesn't know.
But I
It's
kept
wherever the
looking at
gap
the
in the
TLC
schedule.
schedule, and there's nothing airing at 10 o'clock. There is something airing at 10 o'clock, but it's 90 Day Diaries, which is usually something that they just throw on streaming.
Yeah.
So that's weird.
It's a filler almost, or something to bridge. It's if they don't have any other programming, sometimes stuff comes back, especially when they're sitting on footage from a year ago. It's like, yeah, it's ready to go at any point.
I'm just waiting because
It'll happen.
they announce it at the worst possible times.
Yeah, so we're not really, I don't think we're at like the worst possible time, because that's what people were like kind of confused about going through the Catfish's book and stuff. And it was like, well, we did that for several weeks it spanned, so it seemed less applicable. If you remember the tell-all wrap-up, the season 21 tell-all, Mary was talking about the catfish again, you guys. So it was topical, but then when you go through 10 chapters
Everybody
week by
forgot.
week, everybody forgot that she even brought it up at the tell-all. So there you go.
Yeah. So this will be fun because we'll weave Sister Wives into it.
Right.
I'm also thinking like maybe we'll do some Sister Wives updates, like what's going on in people's lives,
Okay.
just because I feel like we're getting closer.
As it comes up.
Yeah. We're figuring out what we'll do, but
We'll see.
we're going to keep bringing you Sister Wives content. Don't be
Right.
worried about
Yes. So the opening credits here, the opening sequence, there's like a whole, boy, they don't make them like this anymore.
that. No, it was
With
so produced.
The music and the dance, it was like an ice dance routine.
Yeah.
Because at first it
was a shock to the system after rewatching season 14 of Sister Wives. We
with
did
that
last
intro.
week.
Oh yeah, that's a very different intro.
Yeah.
There's no ice skating
The
at
in
all.
memoriam. Yeah, there's like white sheets and feathers and stuff.
A lot of
reminiscent
CGI.
going on.
Yeah, green
Yeah.
screen and
My favorite part, though, the fact that they are sitting at a dinner table on their celestial planet,
yes, out there in space.
which I hope that they'll explain at some point, because otherwise I feel like the viewers, like most people, aren't. I mean, obviously, the Sister Wives community knows.
Yeah,
But I would think this show was on HBO. There were a ton of people watching it.
yeah.
Millions of people who probably did not understand the reference.
Not at the time, but then eventually, yeah, they'll get clued in on it. It's
Yeah.
part of the culture. It's part of the lore.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it was very artistic the way that it was done. And as soon as we saw them skating on ice, I was like, ooh, how much thin ice are we skating on here? And then the ice did crack and it separated and everybody kind of went their different ways. And I was like, oh, symbolism. There you go.
I thought they were ice blocking.
Yeah, where's the ice blocks? We were talking about ice blocking again in the Discord this week.
Yeah.
And I still have never seen just one large chunk of ice for sale ever. Like that was what we were getting down to.
Where
it's
do
like
you find that? Do you
I've
have
seen
to
bags
freeze them at
of
home?
I've seen bags of ice, but yeah, who walks around with like the big? I'm thinking of like the big iron claw,
Sorry.
to grab the
Like-
ice blocks. Remember
like
that?
Frozen?
Like kind of like Frozen or like Great Depression era stuff. It's that's the guy who would come around and change the ice blocks in your refrigerator.
There must be a market for it still in Utah.
I guess. Who knew?
So we start off and we meet Bill Henrickson, and he is a very, very busy man living in Salt Lake City. He owns a business, and he is secretly a polygamist who's married to 3 different women.
Scandalous. Scandalous for 2006.
It was. Was
Who's-
The Sopranos still airing? Or was The Sopranos over?
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember when the
I'm
Sopranos
just
ended.
wondering, like, what's going on HBO at the same time.
It's probably right around there. What was that other one? Oh gosh, with the funeral director, the families that had. Oh man, I don't remember. 6 Feet Under, I think.
Oh,
And then was Vampire Diaries around this time too?
was that an HBO show? I don't.
That might have been.
We
that might have been
only-
Stars or something.
We only had HBO because my parents subscribed to it to watch
Sopranos.
The Sopranos,
Sopranos specifically.
and then canceled it
Yeah,
because it was too expensive.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I was not watching this stuff
this
on
was like
HBO.
Aunt and Uncle's house. They would have HBO, and it was like, oh, whoa, what's going on over here? And yeah, it's a whole new
Some
world.
crazy shit I shouldn't be
Cable?
watching. What would your
Nickelodeon?
parents have thought if they walked in and you watched?
And I was
you were
watching
watching
this?
this man being married to 3 different women.
I don't know what they would think. They would
They'd
be
be
like,
very
what are you
confused.
watching? There was like a missing element about this. It felt very like this very suburbia driven, where it's like middle class suburban,
Yeah.
living the dream sort of thing. And it's like, is that even relatable anymore? Like, does the middle class exist in America anymore? I guess that's a big question.
In 2006, I think people were feeling it was
Ooh, we were right on the
cusp.
right on the verge there. Yeah, beginning of the end.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't even know. Little did we know. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's the entire concept, is that we have this family that seemingly looks normal on the outside, and yet they're living polygamy, which is, a way of life that people are normally associating with the FLDS, who look like they come from the 1800s.
Right.
But they're doing it in suburbia,
Yeah.
in
They're
Salt
making
Lake
it hip
City.
and cool. You know?
Are they?
Are they?
We'll see.
Well, that's what. Okay, so Bill has 3 wives, and that's kind of similar to where we meet Cody Brown in the first season of Sister Wives.
Right.
3 wives and counting, or 3, yeah, at this point. So it's Barb, Nikki, and Margene are Bill's 3 wives that we meet. And all of them kind of have different elements of the Sister wives in them. Sort of.
It's eerie.
It's a little startling.
Yeah. Like, especially Margene
Okay.
and Nikki.
I think Nikki's like on the nose. And then Barb too, because Barb has like that first wife energy that Mary had in the early seasons.
Yeah.
Where it's.
And I think it's very, we'll get into a little bit more about
Yeah.
Barb later, but first wife energy, but doesn't really get the favoritism that maybe others think that she's getting.
Right. Yes.
Which, how could these women, how could the Browns have watched this show and they still didn't get it?
Mm-mm.
So many things are still lost on them.
So the elements here, like the other ones that are standing out, very obvious. Nikki with her spending habits.
Yes.
She be shopping.
She be shopping all the time.
She's getting.
She be shopping on credit cards. She be shopping out of the family pot account.
Oh,
She
man.
be shopping out of her own personal bank account.
She's remodeling, redecorating her house, even though budgets are tight.
Yeah.
Money's low. We gotta, everybody's kind of tightening down here because Bill is he's a businessman. He's opening a new hardware store. He's trying to start a chain of them here. Kind of dangerous to do that right before a Great Recession, but he doesn't know that. Okay, it's 2006.
Business is booming right
Business
now.
is booming. It's the best it's ever been. The market is here right now. Sell, sell, sell. Only if you're talking about houses in Vegas, though. So we have Nikki with her shopping stuff. Kind of, obviously, that rings true for Robin, where it's just always boxes of deliveries, the QVC boxes that are piling up. Instead, for this, it's UPS and FedEx.
The pure joy that crossed her face when the doorbell rang and she knew it was the UPS man.
Her toddler child knew who it was. And it was like, yes, exactly.
Nobody comes here except for the mailman.
I know who's bringing. They're bringing stuff to the door again. And she's pulling out, these boots that she's purchased.
She doesn't even get off of the front porch.
She's
She
ripping
opens
them
them out there.
Yes.
She doesn't even take them in.
No. And then I was like, where's the lamp component? Because then that would be Janelle. But these are just actual
you thought
boots.
she was going to bring a lampshade out.
These are boots to wear on your feet specifically. Those boots are made for walking. It's not just a decorative piece that she's going to be placing with a functional light application there. No,
if she found a boot lamp, she would buy it, though.
Oh, she'd buy it in a heartbeat.
I have no doubt.
And Nikki's just buying everything because she's like, throughout the episode, she's spending money and she's like weeping afterwards. She's crying. Like she knows she shouldn't be doing this. She knows it's a problem.
She feels guilty about it.
but not enough to stop.
No, because then when the things show up,
that's nice.
That's the good feeling.
That's real good.
The bad feeling is when they tell her how much money it cost.
Yeah, that part I'm not a big fan of.
The part where I receive the things, that's the good.
That's
and
better.
someone else pays for it, so that's even better.
Yeah, just like put the bill on the counter and then it disappears, the Robin way.
We literally saw that at the beginning of the episode because we don't know what's going on yet. Bill's waking up.
He's rolling out of bed.
They had an unsuccessful night last night.
I'm still a little upset about a bad sexual episode I had last night.
And he leaves a $100 bill on the nightstand.
That's when Carly was like, "Are we watching The Sopranos?"
Yeah, I was like, The Sopranos, Sister Wives. I don't know what's going on yet.
We're leaving cash on a nightstand for somebody? We're like, what's happening?
That is like literally a scene in Sopranos.
It's happened several times.
Underneath the cup and everything.
But no, most of what
she was only upset about the fact that it wasn't enough money.
Yeah, she's like, "You got more?"
Not that the gesture was upsetting or felt cheap, cheapened her, made her feel like wives are the most expensive prostitutes.
Which we learn. Yeah.
She was like,
Robin taught us.
Excuse me, my hourly rate is a lot higher than that.
You still owe me a little bit more, I think. Well, okay, here's the most not Robin element about Nikki. She spent about $4,000 buying curtains. So Robin's not buying curtains.
Would never.
Absolutely
never.
Not.
We want everybody to see into our home.
Got to see in. Yeah.
Yeah.
We want them to be jealous of all of the things.
So she can see out.
Well, both.
Like Margine.
Oh, Margine.
Is she ever not standing at the window?
That is her job, I guess. Like she's is keeping at
watch.
Home, and she's just like, I'm making sure that the window stays, here. I'm holding this thing in place, basically.
So now we know when the Browns wanted to build the Biggie housey, and Cody was talking about them standing, looking out the windows.
He's talking about Margine.
He watched Big Love.
He's talking about Margine, which that's a very Christine thing to do, to stand at the window and keep track of where's he going and who's he going with.
I could see Mary doing it too.
I could see Mary doing it too.
Yeah. Yes. Janelle's too busy with her nose in a book.
No, Janelle does not care.
Yeah, she's got flowers, weeds to water. A lot of weed to water.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Yes, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Keep it hydrated.
The grow up.
Yeah, she's outside making money in the backyard.
And then Robin's the one who Cody's leaving with every time. So
yeah,
she's not standing. She can't be
at the window.
She can't be at the window watching.
Although I felt like they called her Marge at other points, right?
Okay, sure. We can call her
Margine. Sounds really fancy.
Sounds too formal.
Okay, also, don't you feel like the most unrealistic thing about the show is the names?
I guess
they're not Utah enough.
Yeah, there's no Y's in the spelling. Like Nikki should have probably a Y in there.
But in like the wrong spot.
Yeah, and not in the spot that you would expect either.
Right,
yeah,
right.
Least suspect. But Barbara, going by Barb, and it's like, no Babs? Yeah. No Babs? We might call her Babs.
Nobody's got Lee at the end of their name.
Oh, yeah, this is confusing.
Leigh.
Mm-hmm.
We need a little bit of that.
Yeah, so, I mean, for as much research as they did, the showrunners
They missed it on the names.
You missed, yeah. They were like, we don't want to throw people too far off. Weird it out.
They're going to be like, I've never heard that name in my life.
We don't go weird, in the script. So we're just going to keep it that way.
So other than what we already mentioned about Marge, like she's also a little bit Robin-like in that she really wants to be the favorite.
She wants to be the favorite. She's the young, pretty wife.
The newest wife.
The newest wife. But we're seeing this in a different stage where she's like, she has multiple young children and babies that she's still taking care of here. And that's like part of the struggle here is that she's the wife with real little kids at home, even though Nikki has some younger
little kids too. Although I think it shows that she's maybe not acclimating into the family very well. She's not getting a lot of support from her sister wives.
Yeah, that's the struggle.
Because this woman is really going through it.
Yes, where it seems like Barb's trying to encourage where she can.
From a distance.
For Marge. Not get too involved.
A little Janelle-like.
I support you in this endeavor.
In
not
your
that
mentee.
not that I'm going to necessarily take anything off your plate personally.
I've got a life of my own.
I got a lot going on. I'm very busy too. And
Yeah,
I didn't
guess
sign up
part
to
of it
raise more kids.
Is very Janelle-like. You know, she's got a job outside the home.
Yeah. She's making
busy
that money.
with that.
Because that's what we can attribute to Mary later on in the series. But at first, no, Mary was not the career woman at
Not
that
a boss
point.
babe.
No, not boss babe.
Wait till they discover MLMs on this show.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah. What would theirs be, though? Because they're not going to do actual LuLaRoe. I feel like it'd be like soap stuff or something.
Selling soap like
Yeah.
Mama Plath.
Like Tyler Durden in Fight Club.
Okay. Well, we'll talk more about them again, right?
I guess. Yeah.
Or
I
we
mean, that
get
was
into
like
it more.
that was like a brief overview. I think we have like more detailed stuff that we'll drill down into.
Yeah, because it's a big part of the storyline in the first episode.
Big part of the storyline. Before we get into the expanding hardware chain, which I know that's going to be the enticing thing to get everybody back, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Be right back.
Were we supposed to feel bad for Bill?
Are we feeling bad for Bill?
Yeah, in that
with-
he's got
a
lot. He's like Atlas. He's got a lot of weight on his shoulders.
Yeah.
The weight of the world. He's trying to run a business, make his family more money. The family itself is very stressful. Although they have 7 kids, and those
Seven's not
those
a lot.
rookie numbers from what we've seen.
You got to bump those way up. Yeah, that's like half your quota, basically. At this
One of
point.
those wives should have 7.
Right. Yeah. So that's the part where it's like, maybe not entirely believable. But they are trying to keep it on the DL.
Yeah, but then
A little
also
bit.
people in 2006 are watching this and they're like, 7 kids.
7? Yeah. What
Wow.
is that? That's a lot. Okay, here's the other things that we can tie back for Bill back to Cody Brown. He drives around in the car and he has his Bluetooth headset on. Well, I don't think it was even Bluetooth. This was a hardwired in earpiece, microphone,
Yeah.
headset, because this is 2006, you guys. Bluetooth, unreliable. It's too complicated. I don't want to get into a whole thing about pairing it up.
He can't risk it disconnecting. He's got a lot of phone calls he has to take.
Very important. We find out that his relationship with his children is mostly through voicemail.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a lot of them filling him in on what's going on in their lives by leaving a voicemail on his phone.
That's where I felt like we got a departure from Cody. Because, like, I don't think that Cody has ever really been that invested.
Not directly. Not direct
No.
communication. No. Not with the kids.
That's the wives' responsibility.
Exactly.
To communicate to me what's going on with the kids.
The wives need to know what's
They
going on.
don't need my phone number.
Yeah. Not a direct access line.
Also, he's using his commute to relax. Cody is.
Oh, Cody.
Not Bill.
Okay. Not Bill. Bill's stressing out.
Bill's
and Bill,
like, I need to use whatever amount of time that I've got to make sure I'm getting things done.
right.
So
Efficiency.
catching up on family matters.
So this is less Cody Brown, and it's more. Who
What we
else would
imagine the Dargers to be like?
Probably the Darger. Yeah, probably Joe Darger.
Running a tight ship.
A little bit more organized, a little bit more thought and preparation into this necessarily. Not so much Cody Brown. It's way less frantic, and his hair needs to be crazier if you want to go with the Cody Brown.
Yeah. Okay, so the first scene that we get to see of Bill at work, he is watching a commercial for the new Home Plus that they're opening, which is the home improvement store.
Grand opening, yeah, that they're doing here.
He's wearing a cowboy hat.
He's wearing a cowboy hat through the entire commercial, at which point you've already filmed this entire commercial, all of these shots and everything. And now he's turning to everyone. And he's like, is the hat too much? It's too late. We're not going to go film it again. I don't know how else to explain this to you, Bill.
I mean, this is pre-recession. They had money to burn, maybe.
Or I don't know if there was like, there was a
take
hat. Yeah. There was like hat takes. So then that was the one that they cut together as like, that's what we're going with. And then there's
very
that.
Garrick Merrifield.
Okay, I wish Garrick Merrifield would ask, is the hat too much? Because he's never asked himself that.
No.
Ever. No,
He's not
every
taking it
season
off.
he's like, "Milady."
When he wore it to the courthouse
Oh,
to get married
boy.
last season.
Yeah. You should have asked
It was
at that
cringe.
point.
Yeah.
So why is it that Garrick thinks that that's something original, but then he's part of the copy of Watching Cody Brown Family, which is a copy of Big Love.
I don't know. I'm going to need all of these people to be more adjacent to a ranch or horses if we're going to be wearing cowboy hats.
Yeah, because, well, that's what we thought. We weren't really sure what the job was at this point either, because this was one of the first times we saw him in his workplace. So we were like, is he doing construction stuff like Garrick Merrifield? We kind of assigned that to him.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I already know what he does.
Oh, like real estate development type stuff. He's like building compounds and stuff.
Okay, I also assumed that because when we saw the opening sequence of all of their homes, they live next to each other.
Oh, right. Yeah. So
and their houses are pretty nice.
It's not a cul-de-sac, though.
No, it's
because
just
that would be perfect.
3 houses all in a row on the same block.
Yeah.
And then they all have the shared backyard.
I still don't know how that works necessarily, though.
How what works?
The shared yard? 3 houses, I think it's 2 houses that are side by side, and then there's one that's like a house behind. Because how would you share, like the way that they're sharing the backyard? Because there's a pool that's just like in the middle.
I kept thinking they would show the pool outside of the window or the back door, and I was like, oh man, all of them have pools, in-ground pools.
I was like, oh, lucky.
Like, how much money do they have?
I was like, oh, she's the lucky wife, the favorite wife, because she has a pool. And I was like, wait, she's got a pool too. And then we realized at family dinner, that's the pool. Mm-hmm. That's the pool in the backyard.
Round of applause to them for having a gate around the pool.
Well done. Mm-hmm. Well done. Yes.
HBO was like, we better put it there. We're going to get a ton of comments.
We're going to get big trouble.
Yeah, the people will be upset.
Don't want that.
We have many babies in these homes.
Right.
So they have the pool fence. That's how I knew it was the same pool.
Yes.
Just like,
okay.
This looks familiar.
Yeah. We tracked it.
But still, I mean, that's still an in-ground pool. I mean, this is a family that has means beyond what the Browns had when we first met them, for sure.
Yeah.
This home improvement store is really making a lot of money.
It's doing, even though business is doing great, Bill is not doing great. Personal life-wise.
Very, very stressed.
His penis don't work too good right now. It's not. Like, that's just, it is what it is. We just got to tell you straight up, he can't finish. Okay. Mm-hmm. He can't even start. Like, that's the problem, right?
With some of the wives.
It was seeming like
every single one of them.
It was seeming like issues.
Now, the wives don't want to talk to each other about this, of course. So they have no idea that he's having this problem with all of them. So Marge is taking it a little personally.
Right. Mm-hmm. She's
attributing to the fact that she just had a baby. Yes. She hasn't lost all the baby weight. But that really has nothing to do with it.
No.
It's because he has this family that he's responsible for. He's trying to expand this business.
Money's tight.
There's a loan shark after him or something that we find out at the end of the episode. He's estranged from his family. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, because he's getting phone calls from, it's like this tie back basically to, there's his family that's on a compound and he doesn't really want to be involved with it. And they keep interjecting into these business deals, like calling him while he's trying to sign paperwork for this new location and stuff like that. So he's getting all stressed out about that. He's trying to push that aside and ignore that as much as possible. But eventually it's something he's going to have to deal with here.
Anything else about Bill that feels really important? He's a little too...
We had like
stable, responsible, just from what we've seen. Other men living polygamy.
Men's living polygamies. He had his Walter White Breaking Bad Tidy Whitey's opening scene moment, so I was appreciative of that. I think it's unrealistic of his attentiveness, but then I think we're seeing like some glimpses of there's the reality.
Yeah.
Where it was like his daughter was trying to get his attention and he's like, all right, I gotta go. And like he's out of there and he's not talking to her. So it's just like, if you want to reach out to dad, you gotta get him on the Bluetooth, and that's the only way to communicate with him. You're not going to be able to just ask and start a conversation here.
Yeah, the other thing that I feel like was very reminiscent of Sister Wives was Bill getting frustrated about trying to get Barb to sign her paycheck over.
Oh, right.
And the fact that she just won't do it so that he can solve this problem that Nikki's got.
Yeah. Yeah, Nikki's got bills, and so
he's
I
like
need
losing
that.
his patience with her because
Right.
he can't resolve the other problem until she does something about it.
And then it's always like each wife is complaining to him. It's so hard to be a polygamous man because he's always being accused of, oh, does this happen with your other wives at the other house? And he's like, oh, gosh, just
Okay,
lay
that's
off.
where I kind of just had like a deep sigh at the first episode. Because
I didn't feel bad for him.
No, I don't, because of everything that we've seen.
Right. Yeah.
But I do think they were trying to make us feel that way.
Yes.
From the script. Yeah.
So
Like, oh, look what this man is going
look
through.
what he has to deal with. Am I right? So it's just like, okay, that's not the angle that I'm going to align with here. That's not going to work for me.
No, because we know these women are the ones who are really dealing with a lot of bullshit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, definitely here.
So they're secret. Like, they are not. People do not know that
They're not out
living
there like the
polygamy.
Brown family.
No,
Yeah, they're not public.
right.
Not
This
living
is
public.
Before we had a brave family who would stand up on national television
To make
and
it
say,
acceptable, socially acceptable.
"We
It's
are
not.
polygamists. Hear us roar. Give us the equal rights."
And then
And then have the
actually
state of Utah make it even
reverse
harder.
and make it worse.
Yeah.
Actually. But hey, at least we got out. So sucks to suck, everybody, I guess, or
Too bad
whatever.
they didn't have that brave family to pave that path for them before.
No. So the danger here that they're setting up for this season, at least this season, I don't know for the rest of the series or whatever, but we have the one daughter, Sarah, who's working her job at, it was like a fast food place or something. And
It looked like it'd be good.
Debs looks good for
I
you.
don't know.
This is back when they used to staff fast
It was
food
kind of
restaurants.
giving Sonic, you know?
Oh, okay. Just from the
A little
outfits,
bit, I guess. Felt like they should
Is this
be on
something you
roller
drive up
skates.
to? Roller skates. Well, she'd be ice skating in the opening sequence. Then maybe that can translate over.
They should
into
be
some
working
roller
at a
skates.
swig.
A swig would be applicable here.
Is soda culture going to make an appearance?
Well,
Pop?
he did have a big gulp
Yeah.
when he got out of the car a couple of times. So I was
Yeah.
like, there's some sodies.
And then Sarah asks if she can drink her friend's soda.
There you go. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. So she meets the girl from Napoleon Dynamite
Yeah. I don't know what that character's name is in this show.
in this show.
But she's the girl from Napoleon Dynamite, whose name was Deb. Wasn't her name Deb?
I think her name was Deb. So she's working at Deb's.
Deb is working at Deb's.
It's hers. It's hers now.
She is very nosy.
She's drinking 2% because she thinks she's fat. So, she could be drinking
As
whole.
soon as I saw her, I don't know why the first thing I thought was, did the chickens have large talons? It was like, now I'm just thinking about Napoleon Dynamite.
Do you want to look like this? This is a girl.
She didn't know. This is before or after Napoleon Dynamite?
This is after Napoleon
Oh.
Dynamite. And
so
same
she
thing,
was able to leverage her fame from
Yes.
Napoleon Dynamite to star
to
in Big
secure
Love.
a role on an HBO original series. And then same thing with Sarah. Sarah is Karen from Mean Girls. So Mean Girls had come out, 2 years before this? So she's hot off the heels of Mean Girls' success, where there's a 60% chance it's already raining.
And
Yeah.
here she is.
There you go. She's landing jobs. She's
Yeah.
making it happen.
Okay, so Deb is asking a lot of questions.
She's trying to make friends. She's trying.
Okay, she's trying to make friends, but I think she's also a little suspicious of what's going on. She heard the two other coworkers make a joke about Sarah having two moms.
Yeah.
Or three moms?
Multiple moms.
Multiple moms. So she's kind of on the alert. She's like, this, she doesn't seem like she's LDS. And Debbie is very LDS.
Debbie's very LDS.
Mhm.
She's already planning her mission when she's 21. She wants to go to the Middle East because post 9/11 world really needs the spirit now and needs to hear the good word.
There's a way you can go there.
Wouldn't recommend it.
In that time period. Yeah.
Wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, she wants to spread the word of the Book of Mormon everywhere. And I think she's trying to start today with Sarah.
Yeah, because she's like, oh, where are you at in your faith journey? at this point? And Sarah's like, just kind of.
Well, she starts with the question that automatically is going to tell you what's going on with this person. What ward are you part of?
Ward. And it's like, no, we don't do that here.
And she doesn't have an answer.
No, I'm not participating. Thank you. I'm just kind of doing my own thing right now. And so that's where Deb's like, okay, well, maybe you should give me your phone number and we can like hang out more and talk more. And Sarah's like, okay, what do your parents do? And I can't remember what she said her mom does, but the red alert was her dad's a state trooper. And so Sarah's like, not going to be giving you my phone number, dude. Like, just a heads up. Yeah, not going to be doing that.
So we're getting a little taste of what the kids have to deal with.
The fear.
Yeah. Being out in the world and having people ask questions and having to hide who you really are.
Warning signs there. Yeah, a little dangerous, a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But, okay, so what are the wives really getting up to here, though, in this episode?
They have a lot of insecurities.
Because I feel like
there's a whole boatload of problems already.
If you really break it down, there wasn't like a ton that happened as far as development because we're being introduced to a lot of people. So it's just like rapid fire character development stuff that's kind of happening here. So there's a lot of sacred loneliness in their own way of what's going on here.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've pretty much figured out right from the gate they don't have a good relationship, these three women.
The three women, but they all seem to have a pretty good relationship with Bill individually.
Right.
So this isn't one of those, but they are all choosing to be a family. Like Barb's made that very abundantly clear. And she's like, nobody's, we're not trapped here or anything and stuff. It's like a lot of the stuff that we heard on Sister Wives for a couple of years too, where it's like, yeah, but does that mean that you are like a fully functioning, happy family? Like, probably not, though.
You can choose to stay in something that's not good for you.
Yeah.
Which is what we're watching.
Just because you're choosing to stay doesn't mean it is then inherently the right decision because you're choosing to stay.
So Barb gets called boss lady by Nikki all the time. Like,
why is that okay?
Nikki constantly, I think, is trying to knock her down a peg by saying that.
But isn't that elevating her?
No, I think that it makes Barb uncomfortable.
Well, then say
so she's doing it on purpose.
Well, then I'd say stop doing that. Knock it off.
She's trying to undermine her. I think she's trying to mock her.
Oh, maybe it's a mocking.
Boss lady. Tell us what to do now, boss lady.
Well, because she makes the money. And Barb's kind of, she's the one when the wives sit down at the table, it's like she's dispersing the funds for the week and
she's the first wife.
She's the first wife. She's kind of,
she's carrying that around with her. First wife gets seen as the favorite.
Legal wife, I guess. Yeah,
the number one wife.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't get a lot of the backstory yet as far as like how each of them came into the family, but it sounded like Bill and Barb were married to each other for a while.
Yeah.
Where they were living monogamy. It was just them.
Mary and Cody.
Yeah, but Mary and Cody was just a couple of years. Yeah. I got the vibe that it was a little bit longer.
Okay.
I don't. That's an assumption that
we don't know yet.
Bill and Barb. Yeah. And then Nikki came into the family.
Yes, we did find that out. There's like an element with the polygamist compound where we kind of get some exposition from that because Barb has that history. Barb was there from the beginning where she was first wife in. She was, I guess, did they live on the compound? Like at certain point?
I guess
I'm not
we'll
sure
find that out. It feels like either Barb never was part of the compound and has always viewed them as doing something wrong.
Okay.
Or something happened for her to hold a lot of resentment against them and to not want to be associated with them.
Yeah, I think I have.
Which, I mean, the way that they're living life on the compound, which they're trying to give us FLDS, right?
Based on some of that. So I think let's jump into the compound stuff. You want to jump into the compound stuff? Or, because I feel like we kind of covered some of this.
Well,
the compound stuff is relevant. Yeah, the compound stuff is relevant to Barb.
Especially. Okay. And Nikki.
So, like, the whole element with what's drawing Bill out to the compound is his dad is sick. So at first it's his sister-in-law who's calling him, then it's his brother who's calling him, and he knows he's reluctant to go out to the compound, but he asks if Barb will go. Barb didn't really want to go, but Bill asked, so she's going to go. So it's just, it ends up being not just Barb, though, too, because Nikki's going to go as well.
Yes, so Barb wanted to go because Nikki was going to go.
Okay.
And because she made a comment to Sarah about how, and Sarah is Barb's child.
Barb's child, yeah.
She made a comment to Sarah about how, like, Nikki just upsets your father when they go out there. Nikki, to me, is already giving the vibe that she would move back to the compound tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Today, if you go. She's got the squeaky gnomes energy on her. Definitely.
Yeah, already picking up that there's something not right about Nikki.
Definitely.
Yeah, Nikki can't wait to get back there. And then Barb's on the other extreme end of that, where Barb never wants to go back to the compound ever again.
Way good. Super done with that.
Let's pretend we never knew those people.
Marge is just fighting for her life at home, basically. She doesn't have an opinion on the compound. She doesn't even know what's going on in Bill's life, what's happening with his dad. I don't know. She's just trying to keep everyone alive in this house.
And hopefully plan an 11-day vacation, a honeymoon.
Really need one. Yeah,
she did ask for that at one point. She was like, can we go on a trip, just us?
Just us?
If I save my grocery money, can we go to Hawaii?
Maybe.
We'll leave the kids behind, please. Please. Yeah, she's stuck back at home while everybody else, all the adults,
yes,
the rest of the adults.
I'm
surprised that they didn't sign over custody to
just
Marge
in case.
Temporarily, just in case something happened. They never came back from the compound.
That's always good, just in case.
She, fighting for her life with those 7 kids. At one point, one of the children is eating mayonnaise out of the jar.
Which was a Garrison move. We've seen that.
We've seen it before.
We've seen that before.
Not as shocking to fans of Sister Wives.
Wow.
People were like, that baby is eating mayonnaise?
Art imitates life. That's what it comes down to. So those are the Easter eggs, that you look out for, where it's like, wow, there it is. You can see it right there in front of you.
She's really struggling. She's like, I don't think I'm a good mom. The fact that you went from having no children to having 7 children is probably the learning curve.
That's a big jump.
Little difficult.
That's a big jump. Yeah. And especially it's a lot of the problem children that we were seeing in that exchange. Cause like Marge's kids are still real little. And a lot of Marge's kids looked just as scared as Marge because Nikki's kids were running around being crazy.
Yeah.
So that was the part too, where I was like, man, the acting from that baby who was just sitting on the floor and like terrified, looking around at everyone.
She was truly horrified by what was going on around her.
Scared. Absolutely terrified in that moment where it was like, oh my God, what's happening?
Yeah. No, this is her worst nightmare because they have to stay overnight when they didn't plan on staying.
Yeah. It was going to be just hey.
Barb was like, we'll grab some popcorn, shrimp will blow out of there, right?
Stay for a day. And then
check on your dad, make sure he's still breathing.
They didn't want to, right? So it was like, that wasn't in the plan to stay out there anyway. But then it was like, we're going to need to, because, okay, we're going to take a quick commercial break. And then we're going to talk about Bill's familial relationship on the compound here.
They pull through this. Well, let's not even go to the compound first. Let's stay in the car.
Oh,
okay.
Because well, there wasn't a lot of conversation in the car.
Exactly. I was like, this is an accurate ride to a far off destination.
We did have
in a polygamous family.
We did have a power struggle too. Of it was Nikki opening the car door, and then Barb jumped up into the front seat, forcing Nikki into the back seat, reminding her of her position in this family.
Remember when Robin had to sit in the front seat because she'll get sick if she sits in the back when she was pregnant?
Right. And then they had to smash. Did they smash Mary in the back seat?
Yeah, someone had to get in the back of that little
the little 2-seater,
the little Corvette, whatever it was,
coupe.
The little coupe.
Oh boy.
One of the cars where you're not supposed to actually sit anybody in the back seat. It's just to throw your jacket back there.
But Maddie and Aspen both rode in that back seat too.
Yeah.
Cram them in.
Pack the kids in.
Cram them
Put them on the floorboards.
They also drove a Suburban. So that was my other thing where I was like, oh, theirs sounds like it's in a lot better shape. So I think Bill's doing regular maintenance. He's changing the belts. He's making sure the oil's not burning.
They're in a different tax bracket.
Maybe. Yeah. Like that has to be it. This is a big element here. So they do make it out there. No flat tires. that was also a surprise for me, where I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. No conversation, but no flat tires.
Road trip,
Yeah.
It's always a risk. It's always on the possibility list here of something that could go wrong, but nothing happened for that.
They start to pull through the compound, and
This felt
like it was a bit inaccurate.
This felt like there was the disconnect where they were trying to make it like, oh, it's like the FLDS. It didn't seem like
we didn't go all the way.
Yeah, it was like
there's definitely something going on here because
Yes.
there's a prophet.
Uh-huh.
The prophet is marrying underage girls.
Right.
So that all tracks. But as far as like the appearance of everybody and just the way the compound itself looked, it wasn't really giving,
It's
Rulon
not,
Jeffs, Warren Jeffs, FLDS.
Yes, yeah. And even though there's elements of those, stories that they're going to pull into this a little bit,
Maybe they thought it would shock people.
or it would
If
be
people were just wearing prairie dresses and the freaky braids.
I think that was the thing, right? Is like the hair and the clothes and stuff. It doesn't look FLDS in that traditional fundamentalist sect way, and so that's where it's kind of like, oh, so they just live out here. They run a gas station that's like in the middle of nowhere, so they must be doing okay. I guess there's probably
they're
not a lot of
supporting themselves somehow.
They're supporting themselves. There's not a lot of bills to pay. It doesn't look like, based on the circumstances that we find them in. They're
Certainly
not living
no medical bills.
They're not living in extravagance here, by any means. And so, what we're running into is where Bill is he's catching up with his mom, who's kind of, out in left field a little bit. She's a little off.
She's a Looney Tune.
A little bit.
Lois is a Looney Tune. There's something up with her.
Yeah.
Frank, who is Bill's dad, has been laying on the ground on the side of the couch for like days, apparently.
Yeah, he fell over and I couldn't pick him up. So that's where he is now. That's where you live now. You just live on the floor.
He's just been on the ground. He's okay down there.
It's all
I'm
right.
checking on him.
You have a life alert or something? Or like that doesn't pick up out here.
I don't understand when she was saying, well, I couldn't pick him up. You live on a compound.
There's like a
There
ton of
are
people here.
a ton of other able-bodied people who should, like, so many people that I would think you could form a human chain and you could pick him up off the floor.
Your other son who like called me and was like, hey, dad's not doing too good.
Yeah.
And urging me to come out here. Like,
No.
So am I the only person who can pick dad up off the floor? Is that where we're getting to at this point?
I think the problem is Lois won't let anybody do that.
Yeah.
She's
but then
leaving
Bill
him to
is.
rot on the ground.
Pretty much, yeah. And so that's what Bill's like pleading for, or no, not Bill. Frank is pleading to Bill, like, for his life. He's like, please don't let me die here like this.
Do you remember the story of the girl who like was left to like just rot into the couch?
No.
Okay, it's pretty terrible.
Okay.
That happened. That's what Lois is trying to do to Frank.
Yeah, but he's off the couch now. So he's on
Well,
the
he
ground.
fell down
Yeah,
there.
he fell off. But like, the new plan now is that they're going to have to stay overnight because Lois is working the morning shift at the gas station. So they're going to take that opportunity to kidnap Frank and take him to a hospital.
Yeah, because she won't do it.
Because she won't, and she won't allow that. So they have to just slip away unnoticed while she's out of the house.
I was confused about this because I was expecting the line of, oh, we're afraid to go to the hospital. We're afraid that we'll get reported.
Well, I think it was just, she was just meeting it with, don't go to a hospital because it's a roach motel. Once you check in, you never check out, sort of thing.
Right. But
There was a
that's
lot of
not,
that.
it's not a fear of people reporting them or of law enforcement.
No.
Which is what we've, gotten accustomed to from Sister Wives.
No, just sort of medicine as a whole in general.
Yeah, she just doesn't want him to go get any type of medical care.
No, we don't like that. Yeah, not good.
She's been trying to get rid of him for a long time.
That's what it seemed like. That's what we were like, little sketch. Because then as they're doing these tests and they're checking to see what's going on with Frank here, because we got some ailments that are cropping up here, so let's run some tests. And then they're finding out, he's got high levels of arsenic poisoning that's taking place here.
Okay.
And that's not good.
Red alert. I was expecting there to be some fear that arose when they heard that it was arsenic poisoning, but instead Bill goes home with a pamphlet about arsenic in water lines, water systems.
Okay, yeah, like usually most cases, I mean, there are cases where arsenic can be, most of the time when you hear about it, there's an intent behind that.
Well,
right?
Two things. First of all, statistically, that is the way that a woman would kill someone, with poison.
Well, not to say, because alleged, but not proven.
Just on
we
my
don't know.
history of, serial killing women.
We don't know if Lois is the party responsible at this point, because I still have some suspicions as well. Some suspicions as well.
Just a little suspicious.
Because Roman, the prophet of this group, also happened to bring by some soup that his wife made, where he was really adamant about, make sure Frank drinks this, all of it.
I think they're in cahoots.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
Okay.
Just from the 1 hour that we watched.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean,
I think there's got to be someone on the inside.
There's a lot to go. Yeah, we don't know yet.
So the other thing about the arsenic poisoning that doesn't make sense to me is if they're going to suspect, like, maybe it's the water. Isn't everybody consuming the water? So how is Frank the only one who has arsenic poisoning?
I only drink sodies, so I know I'm not getting arsenic poisoning.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
I would hope that a hospital would find that highly concerning rather
but they were
than
just like,
send everybody on
whatever.
their way.
Yeah, that's fine. Here's your pamphlet that we printed up specifically on. How many pamphlets did they have to dig through at the hospital before they found?
We need the one about arsenic.
I need the one specifically about arsenic through tainted water supplies. That one. That's the one that I need right now.
We need to send them home with some literature. That should fix the problem. We just need to educate them about the dangers of arsenic in water.
Right. And then you can run your tests as well and then reach your own conclusions. And let us know.
Let's send Frank home.
You should be fine. You should be fine now. Yeah.
Okay, so Roman. There's a lot of important stuff about Roman.
Yes.
First, he is the prophet of this compound.
The prophet.
And he's Nikki's father.
Nikki's dad. So then it's like, oh, that's making more sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Nikki's a bitch.
That's why Nikki could not wait. She was rubbing her little paws together. She could not wait to get back to the compound.
She's very comfortable at the compound.
Highly favored.
She is the exact opposite of Barb, because Barb is like, I am not cool being here. I'm seeing all these people.
It's the Princess Di of polygamy.
Yeah, that's a very Christine element of her.
She's holding court when she gets back.
Right.
Everybody can't wait to run up and ask her what's been going on.
Oh, man. But yeah, she's trying to complain to her mom about, like, yeah, it kind of sucks because, like, I only have so much money to spend, and then, like, the credit cards are maxed out and stuff, too. And then, like, I can't. Sometimes my porch is too small, and it doesn't fit all my boxes that I ordered.
I can't fit all my dolls in the doll room. I need another room built onto the house.
And her mom's like, you got to get into Precious Moments collectibles here, because that's
I screamed.
It takes up way less space than dollies would ever do. You can fill a whole shelf, a whole room of shelves. It's a way better collecting experience.
There was such a good shot at the end of their conversation where they showed us the Precious Moments figurines up close.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this one was very special.
I got the full effect. Yeah, definitely. That was it. But basically, her mom was like, yeah, life's pretty tough, but that's what God has planned for you. So hang in there, squirt. You know, like, just.
I got a book for you. It's called Sacred Loneliness. You're going to be okay.
It's called whatever the book that Garrick Merrifield wrote. That's what it's called. I don't know what
remember the name of it already.
God, purpose.
You know, I tried to read it again the other day.
It's bad, you guys. It's real bad.
It's a word salad.
It's really bad. It's really bad. Okay. All right. So what are we getting to? This is Lois is... Did Lois, like, admit that it's not the... She basically ruled out the water thing. She's like, it's not from that. The arsenic stuff.
Well, because she had to replace the cistern.
The cistern wives. As we know, how many thousands of gallons that need to be installed.
I'm sure
here.
Not big enough for the number of people living on this property either.
Most likely not.
Yeah.
Definitely not. Highly doubt.
Yeah, it's starting to make Bill a little suspicious, though.
Yeah,
he's like, you know what? I'm starting to think that maybe she's involved. There's a good chance. Also, but she's taking the moment to lecture him. This is her opportunity to be like, you're the one doing something wrong.
Yeah.
I am probably slowly murdering your father.
But
you have completely just left us here under your derelict brother's oversight. It sounds like he just runs off.
Well,
and leaves them there.
He used to be an NFL player, and then he has a bit of a drug problem. So sometimes he'll just go off on a bender and then just, come stumbling back. And then it's like, all right, well, that wasn't really the staple of the community that they would really want.
They need the more responsible brother to step in.
They need Bill.
I think they want Bill and his money to come take care of them.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But then Bill, for as much money as Bill has, he's borrowed a lot from Roman, as it turns out, because this is where we find out where there are contracts that are in the works. This new store that Bill is opening up, he's actually trying to circumvent and kind of weasel his way out of a deal where the original store that he opened, he used money from the compound, from Roman and the community, where they get a 15% cut of the earnings from the store.
Bad deal.
Yeah. It's a real Mr. Wonderful Shark Tank sort of in perpetuity royalty.
Yeah,
element.
Not until they've paid back the loan, just whatever that store makes.
Forever.
Yeah.
Just 15% of probably, I don't even know if it was the profits or if it's revenue. So then that's the other thing too, is where it's like, ooh, yeah, if you're just doing a cut of that, I didn't really go back and check the fine print on the details there.
He's taking a lot of money.
He's taking a big cut. And then now the argument is, you're opening a new store. We need 15% from the new store too, because it's a chain. It's a continuation of that existing franchise. Money, please. Basically.
That doesn't make sense to me.
No?
I mean, it doesn't. So it's irrelevant because Bill, when we saw him at the beginning of the episode, what he was doing was having lawyers draw up paperwork to separate the second location so that it was its own entity. So the legal obligations or the financial obligations that he had for the first store in the franchise, that does not travel to the second store.
Okay.
And so that's what Roman's upset about.
That's what they'll argue about in court, I'm sure, because then that's where we're finding out Roman's explaining to Bill, there's man's law and there's God's law. And I think you know where I stand on that.
Mm-hmm. So I'm saying he's a loan shark.
Basically.
Yeah. Did they pay him back already? Because I feel like if you've already paid back the loan.
That would be.
Then that feels like, you shouldn't even really be getting the 15% anymore. But that was the deal and I was stupid and I didn't think my business was going to be that successful.
Right.
So be happy with what you got.
Okay, here's the thing.
Roman, your daughter's going to spend this 15% anyway.
Here's the argument, though, is that if you open the second store and you say, hey, it has nothing to do with any of the legal ties or the deals and arrangements that I had negotiated in my original contract with the original store. Then you open the second store, which is now unrelated, and then you go, you know what? First store's not doing so good. We're going to close that store. So now you've just relocated all of this stuff to this new store and cut people out. And you've cut people out of a deal, though. So I think that's where it's this is an argument that could take place where if you're opening another store just to circumvent that 15%, to cut me out of the deal, that's not good.
Oh, I'm sure this is going to be
a big problem.
A huge part of the drama that happens on the show.
I don't think they're going to argue it out in court. Or with lawyers, though. It's feeling like what was that Netflix show that we watched with Jason Bateman? Ozark. Right?
Yeah.
Like Ozark?
Yeah, I think that we're going to be dealing with it in the streets.
A little bit of that is the vibe that we're getting here. So, But yeah, that's the first episode, you guys. That was Big Love, Season 1, Episode 1, through the lens and filter of Sister Wives. What do we think?
I think it's crazy. Again, the similarities we talked about, the family pot where they're sharing the money, like all of the tension between the wives, Bill's attitude about certain things. It's already starting to feel a little bit like we're in the wheelhouse of things that we love.
Okay, my only complaint that I have, where it's really breaking the illusion for me here, is that Bill actually runs a successful business. So that's not really making sense in my brain when it comes to the Cody Brown family. That hasn't really been anything that we've experienced as part of the Sister Wives series.
Maybe he's got a good business partner like Garrick.
But it's very Garrick Merrifield, though, where you are wildly successful through some improbable pattern here. Yeah, you ended up with a good brother-in-law who's doing most of the paperwork for you.
We can't finish it out without addressing the fact that he got some Viagra, because that's going to set up the second episode.
The boner pills.
Because episode 2 is called Viagra Blue.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So he
wasted one.
Pills.
Yeah, because it was Barbara left the check on the pillow, so it's like he's getting paid to bang now, even though that's why he thought he was going to bang. So he was like, I better take my Viagra. And then it was like, no.
That was a lot of money that he just wasted. Nikki would have spent it.
Nikki would have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember the good old days when I was a pharmacy tech getting yelled at by old men about how much Viagra costs. Good times.
Good times.
Well, we've got a lot going on over on the Patreon.
Yes.
Go over to the Patreon because we've got a lot going on over on the Patreon.
Check the link for check the description for the link. That's what I meant to say.
Mm-hmm.
The link is in the description.
We're going to be watching Drop Dead Gorgeous over on Discord together on May 14th.
That'll be fun.
Our deep dive this month is going to be on the insidious Barry Plath. We're going to talk, it's Mother's Day this month. So we're going to give the mothers a break.
Right.
And we're going to talk about Barry. And all the terrible things that Barry Plath is.
Because people still don't. They're giving Barry a pass this season, and I'm like, oh no, there's a lot of things that we should probably call out still. Yeah, it's there's a lot of things to take note of, so we'll be sure to call him out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. And then over on Surviving Reality, wrapping up the 7 Little Johnstons. We've got Plathville. That's still rocking and rolling too. So we've got the trip to Montana this week. It's going to be real special.
That already happened.
Oh, okay.
We're recording this a little early.
Oh, right. Spoiler.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind.
I was going to say it was good, but they'll already know.
They'll know. You'll know now.
Thanks for listening. See you next time.